Hello there. What is going on, everybody? We got some new bounty hunter information to talk about for Star Wars Legion's Upgrade Card Pack 2. We've got Bossk, Cad Bane, and Boba Fett to talk about in today's video. And there's been a while. There's been a lot of information coming out. It's been a while since I've kind of been doing these. A while, like it's been like a week and a half. And I know some of you are probably saying, hey, you've been at Star Wars Celebration, you missed, the Gar Saxon reveal and some other stuff. I'm going to get to those. And I'll work on those probably later this week. So, stay tuned. I haven't forgotten about all the news that came out while I was gone. I'm playing catch up right now, but so I don't get further behind, I'm covering this today. So that's what we're going to be doing. If you guys are new here, I do want to remind you we are giving away a Shadow Collective core box in the form of a $70 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. We'll be announcing that in June once the Shadow Collective comes out. Also, I want to thank today's sponsor, Luxury Playstyle. Amazing full metal tokens. Head over to luxuryplaystyle.com and check those tokens out. They have tokens for Legion. They have tokens for X-Wing. They have tokens for Arkham. They have tokens for L5R, Keyforge. You just lots of games. Check them out. You're going to save 15% by using code Crabbok VIP. Orders that use that code and spend $35 or more are going to get a free lightsaber nunchuck token. One of these. Oh, they're so amazing. You're going to love them. You're going to love them. Check them out at luxuryplaystyle.com. All right, so amongst all the things that we're getting in the Upgrade Card Pack 2, we're also getting updated versions of the Bounty Hunters. These are going to kind of replace the existing cards for the Bounty Hunters. And they're going to be mercs, right? We've already kind of seen a little bit that they're going to have like the symbol up in the top left is going to be credits, right? Very cool. Very cool. We're going to start talking about Cad Bane because these are changes to the bounty hunters. Cad Bane, first off, you're going to notice now is not only just a separatist bounty hunter, but he can also work for the Empire. Pretty cool, right? Cad Bane goes down to 105 points, which is also pretty cool. He gets a second training slot. So now you can do some different upgrade options. I think training is one of those that we've been getting a lot of new things on. As mobile as Cad Bane has been, especially with steady, I've just never been a fan of Cad Bane, and so now you have some different upgrade options, and he's also gaining a couple of additional things. You're going to notice independent dodge 2 right on him. So if you don't give him an option, and this works out great, because a lot of times, especially in separatist lists, you don't want to give him an order anyway. You might not give him an order anyway, unless, of course, you're playing one of his command cards. But if you're doing your B1 chain, right, a lot of times he might end up without one. Well, if that happens, he gains 2 dodge tokens, which is really cool for somebody who already has all the surges, right? He's got surge to crit and surge for defense. He's getting a lot of danger sense up from 2 to 3 here. A lot of survivability for Cad Bane, and that's really the big boost that Cad Bane is seeing here is a tremendous survivability boost. With the white dice, you already kind of have that T-shirt save, but when you add in danger sense, and then you add in you have defensive surge or surge to block already, right? And then you add dodge 2 dodge tokens on top of that. That's really cool. And then a second training option could even add more survivability. It's definitely possible. So I think Cad Bane is going to see a little bit more play now. Anytime you have you get a points cost reduction and you get better, it's definitely time to revisit. I don't think there's going to be any changes to command cards though. None of that was there. Elite. Well, if there are, they haven't been shown yet. So I don't think they said anything about changes coming to command cards. So granted, I don't know if Cad Bane needs any changes to command cards because his are pretty good. I wouldn't mind seeing Boba Fett get some changes, but we have another version of Boba Fett coming. So more about Boba Fett in a little bit. Let's talk about Bossk. Bossk is gonna have also a point cost reduction, going down to 105 as well. Also available for the Empire and the Separatists. So while the Separatists kind of are giving Cad Bane to the Empire is giving Bossk to the Separatists, which is very cool. And again, somebody else who probably won't always get issued an order. You're going to gain 2 surge tokens for Bossk, which is maybe a little bit less good than Cad Bane's, because here you don't have defensive surge already, so but you already have surge to crit for offense, so you didn't really need the surge tokens that badly, you know. But that's okay. It's still something, because Bossk can potentially get, like, if he gets focus fired, he'll go down pretty quick. I mean, he regenerates, so if you can kind of survive, then you know, if you can not take too much damage all at once, he can regenerate and get a lot of that health back. And those 2 surge tokens, he's going to get those maybe every turn. That'll be really cool. So Bossk is getting that. Independent Surge 2 is a good one. Again, he can still be Empire and Separatists. I think Bossk always saw a decent amount of play. His command cards are already good. He's got a great weapon with 5 dice in it and Surge to crit and Pierce. So Bossk, I don't think is going to see a whole bunch of changes. He just really, he gains a new faction, right? And then he gains the ability to get some surge tokens when you're not using his command cards. Although, if you play him in the Empire, and when you play his command card, on that turn he'll be unchanged, right? So there you go. As far as we know, unless of course more information comes out. Then again, we're going to see new upgrades too. We haven't seen everything that's coming in the new card pack yet. I don't think we've seen it all. So there may be new training upgrades and things like that still that have yet to be revealed. That are also going to potentially add some new fluff to these bounty hunters. Last up is the man, the myth, the legend, the clone, unmodified, the son of Django, the master of I don't know what he was the master of really. He's Boba Fett. He's interesting little symbology in the top left that he is Empire only. He does have a gray circle beneath, but that is not another faction. So the gray circles are only there. The gray circles mean nothing, right? Like they mean like basically nil as far as we know. It'd be nice if like the gray circles actually had like a deeper meaning, that once we get the full rules for Mercs and Shadow Collective and that entire rules reference update, that's going to be a big day. It's going to be a lot of news to cover when all of that happens. But yes, Boba Fett, 120 points. Still has Jump 2, Arsenal 2, Bounty, Impervious. He gains Independent, Aim 1 or Dodge 1. He still has Sharpshooter 2. So Independent, Aim 1 or Dodge 1 is going to be really cool. So if he doesn't have an order, then you can do either one of these. I'm not a big fan of Boba Fett's command cards, although I do like his 1 pip a little bit. But they just don't seem as great as the other command cards that just exist for a lot of other folks. Especially now since his weapons are a little bit better. I like that. But yeah, so I feel like Boba Fett kind of needs, a little bit more. Now, we're getting a whole new version of Boba Fett, so it may not be in their best interests to totally revamp his command cards, because you might find yourself with the ability to run a Boba Fett with 6 command cards, and then you don't want them all to be crazy overpowered. So if his command cards are a little weak, then that'll be a perfect time to announce a new Boba Fett with new command cards, and those can be strong, and then you're like, oh, do I really want to run all 6? Because some of them are kind of weak, but it could be very fun and thematic to run all 6, but maybe I want to balance, these, and maybe the new Boba Fett will actually have, like, tremendous use for the old Boba Fett command cards, and you might get some of the crisscross applesauce Mando mashed potatoes. I just made that up, but, you might get some of that in once they announce the new Boba, which is going to be probably something they'll talk about during Mini Stravaganza. So again, stay tuned for that. More on Mini Stravaganza in the coming weeks. We're going to talk a lot more about that. But for right now, Boba is getting a little bit of interesting stuff. So, all right, we saw that he's still only Empire. He's the one bounty hunter who's just like, nope, I'm sticking with my boy Vader. He made me promise for no disintegrations, but he also made me promise for no other factions. So that's how he is at this point in his life. Still a really cool character. Again, red defense die, impervious, surge for defense. He's hard to kill, right? Hard to kill. But he also has some buffs to his weapons, right? He gains an extra die on boot spikes. That's 3 red dice there. He gets an extra die on integrated rockets. And integrated rockets gains versatile, which is really cool. So first off, I like that now he can have 5 dice at range. I like that a lot. I didn't like the 4 dice before. I like that he can have 5 dice if he's at the right range. If he's at range 2, boom. Or range 1, boom. If you go into melee with somebody, you can still make use of Arsenal 2 now, which is really cool because you can do boot spikes and then you can shoot your integrated rockets. I think that's so cool. I was talking with somebody earlier today about the the knee rockets, and it's like that's a really cool thing. Like he can, and it's the same thing as kind of like the whistling birds that Mando has too. It's like that's a thing where you can be in close proximity but still have rockets that fire out. So that's very much a Mando thing. I think that's definitely something we're going to see when Din Djarin comes out. Of course, Din Djarin and Grogu were spoiled at Star Wars Celebration. We'll be talking more about them too. Again, I have a lot of stuff I need to talk about, so I don't want to get too far out. But Boba looks better now. He gains 2 extra dice. He's not seeing now. He is still at 120 points though. He's not going down to 105 like everybody else. But boot spikes, extra die, and of course, with 2 training. Of course, if you want to give him, tenacity or something like that, you can have a pretty respectable, melee attack. And then if you fire out those integrated rockets as well, you can't shoot those at a melee target, but you can be in melee and still shoot somebody else out there, which is really, really cool. Makes his carbine a little bit weaker, but it does have Pierce in there, and it is also range 3. So it really kind of balanced all of his weaponry. And then, of course, he gains extra weapons on his cards if you want to end up doing that. But I kind of like the weapons set that he's got right now. And I'm really, really anxious to see how good he's going to be, especially when he gets new command cards whenever the other Boba Fett expansion comes out. Can't wait. Can't wait. He looks good. I think he's worth taking another look at right now. And it's only a shame that I can't bring him into a faction with more Mandalorians. It's like Mandalorians are so strong in this game that I'm like, wait a second, how am I gonna, I can't run an all full Mando list. I know that they probably have to be thinking about ways to allow you to run full Mandos as a sub-faction, but gosh, that's gonna be a hard to beat or a hard to kill sub-faction, right? Just think about it. Like, imagine if you could just run 800 points of all Mandos. That might be a little bit insane. I look forward to, if it does ever happen, I look forward to it, though. It'll be really cool. All right, guys, that's going to do it. Quick video this morning, just talking about the updates. Again, all 3 of these cards are coming in the Upgrade Card Pack 2. Upgrade Card Packs are amazing. There's already one out that came out when the Clone Wars came out. Upgrade Card Pack 2 is going to be the card to kind of help people get caught up who are getting into the Shadow Collective. If you're a new player, or if you're not interested in the Shadow Collective but still want all the other goodies, this is a great pack that you're going to definitely want. Of course, I will be getting a copy of this and doing an unboxing, so you'll be able to see exactly what cards come in this and take a closer look at it when it does come out next month. That's right. Well, no, it's actually June now, so very cool. So later this month, we're weeks away from all this stuff coming out, so it's very, very exciting. Big thanks to my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing and help make all of this possible, so thank you for your continued support. I will talk to you guys later. May the Force be with you, and don't forget, no disintegration.